Alright, I'm Arrowhead Rail Fan, and this is my layout tour. So first, we have this little road scene right here. And this was the first thing I built on my layout, just to kind of get the feel. And it's made out of insulation foam, and I sloped it down and just put the paper mache on top of it, and just put some grass on it. And then, so next we have Walton & Sons Lumber Company. And so this fits about 2 cars. It can either be one bulkhead, one boxcar. Based on my switch list, it auto-generates which one it needs. And yeah, I mean, this was the first building I built, so it's not the best quality. And then next up, it's not fully finished, but here is my my sawmill. And so I didn't have enough space to bring in logs on rail cars, so I kind of have it set out so there's a crossing here, and you have your log trucks coming over, and then the log loader picks them up, puts them in the pile. And I didn't have enough room for a pool of water, so this is just it's non-prototypical, but they just set it on there and it goes into the sawmill. And then right here, this isn't fully finished, but this is a loading dock for the center beam. I'm gonna have more wood details in here in the middle. And then if we come over by our train right here, we have some wood chip loads, and this is our wood chip unloader or loader. And I kind of have it so it's when they're done cutting it, they save a little bit. I don't know. I just need another product to kind of drive around. And so this fits about 3 cars. There's one empty there, then there's one loaded and one loaded here. And then you have your other crossing right here. This one is actual signs. And then we'll get to that part later. And it's almost like a Y, but there's really I didn't have space to bring it across. And so right here is the wood chip unloading area. Yeah, it's supposed to be the backside of a paper mill, and this takes 2 wood chip cars. And then over here, so you come down the switch, and you come past this kind of grassy area, onto this almost little shelf layout area. Then you have what I call it Bright Coil Ironworks, or Steelworks, I don't know. And so I still have to finish out the parking lot with the 2 loading dock doors, but this takes one big box car, I think a 60-footer, and then this takes the oh shoot, what are they called? I'm drawing blank, but it takes these cars right there. And I still need to get a crane right here. Coil cars, that's what they're called. I need to get a crane or something just to lift it off. And I kind of scratch built some of the details, so I just took some random parts I had and made some wires. I took some of these air vents off some other buildings. I glued on this air vent here. And so we keep going. And this is a CN line. And this goes on to the rest of the CN main line. This is this whole layout is just a branch. It's a CN branch line. I don't have a name for it really, but it's non-prototypical, obviously. But yeah. So rest of the CN line, main line's over there. And then you come down this way, and you have a transloading area. So I have to get the little stands to hook the tubes up, but you have one tank car or 2, and then you have an unloading dock area with just some little details and stuff. And then if you go around to this side, this is the WSOR, Wisconsin Southern Railway, and this is kind of just another place. It's almost like a staging area for it's interchange, that's what it is. And just sometimes cars just come here, and this is how they leave and enter the layout. Same with over there. And then, alright, we're going to go back to this side. Zoom you guys out just a little bit. So here is the main yard. And so, right here, I had a sanding tower. It broke. I'm replacing it. This is my Wisconsin Southern unit. It's a GP20. And right here is the parking lot area. I'm going to build a yard office right here. And I really wanted an engine shed, like an engine house, but I couldn't fit a roundhouse in, obviously. So I just did the 2-stall engine garage, which, I mean, for a yard this size wouldn't make sense, but I just really wanted some place to, like, I don't know, just keep trains on the layout. And right here, these 4 tracks are pretty much all the yard space that's occupied, because everything is current. It's always, like, rotating. Like, I have it set up through a program. I forgot what it's called, but it auto-generates switch lists for me, so nothing stays in the same spot for too long. So I don't have to worry about my yard overflowing. It holds about 8, 9 cars. And so you have your switches right here, and you have your crossing, and then your other crossing. And if you're coming around the layout that way, you would get to the, I don't have a name for it, it's just a shipping warehouse. And so I kind of paved out this whole area. And then you kind of have it where it's like the boxcar goes across and goes partially in. Part of it still sticks out. But then I have some little details here. It's supposed to be moved more up. See, I have all these things glued in for a reason. Yeah, all good. And then, I don't know, I've kind of just threw in like a dumpster and a random like electrical box. Tore up some tissues, trying to make them look like Huffy bags or whatever they're called, like the white bags. And then the way I do my grass scenery, which I'll show you, is I sprinkle down some foam turf. And then I sprinkle down like a few different colors of it, maybe some dirt. Then I sprinkle on some like lighter clumps of like just tufts of grass almost. Then I do some bigger clumps, and I just spray it all down. And then so my DCC system is NCE Power Cab. I have it right here. But I have a Wi-Fi throttle, which is so nice. They're about, I know this is a big price range, but it's between $40 and like $100. It really depends. And pretty much they go right here, and it's just a replacement for your NCE. Going on the back. See, it just looks a little bit different, but it's mostly the same. And here's my wiring. I mean, I'm not an electrician by any means. Kind of looks bad from this angle, but it works. And I have about every 4 feet, I have wires connecting to the track, which it might be unnecessary, but I didn't want any more electrical problems. And then, if you have noticed, I have this big thing back here. And this is a new layout that I'm working on. And so, if we go back here, you see I have an engine house kit. I have a grain mill. These are the unloading racks I was talking about for down there. And it's a decent sized layout. I mean, if we zoom out a little bit, I'm going to try and have a yard right here. I'm going to have it's going to be a big yard. I'm going to have a town scene here. Kind of just have some rolling curves because, you know, I live in Wisconsin and there's a lot of farm fields and stuff. And I don't know. And I'm going to try and have like an interchange with Union Pacific over here. And have like a little interchange with Wisconsin Southern over here. I want to try and have a bridge scene or something. But yeah, this is this part of the layout. And then we'll go on to my my collection of locomotives. So here's 2 of my UP Coal things. Just some 5-packs. Here's some Rapido coal empties. Here's the rest of my UP Coal stuff. And then if you look, this is my locomotive collection. So this is just an old Bachmann set. This is one of my grandpa's old CTA locomotives. This is a Spirit of 76 DC locomotive from Tyco. I think it's pretty cool. And then I have my ES44 ACs. It's like both Union Pacific. I think this is an Athearn Genesis. No, I don't know which one. One's Tower like 95, one's Athearn Genesis. Then here, this is a old Intermountain Milwaukee Road. I think it's a F7A, F7. Here's a bay window caboose. These are 2 of my grandpa's switcher locomotives he had. Just an extra bulkhead car. I just bought these from Walters over the summer. DCC Sound Amtrak I think it's FP7s or something. This is a ES44 AC, I think. I mean, it's been a while. Same with this one here. This is kind of a custom. This is actually a Canadian Pacific fuel tank, but I just kind of slapped it on here. I still need handrails. And then here's a SD70-2, I think. That's what it was labeled on the box. Here's a weathered CN gondola from Bachmann. And then I have a Bachmann Santa Fe F7. But then I have some of my grandpa's old Santa Fe passenger cars. And these are the old DC ones actually lit up with the track power. And then here's just a Santa Fe locomotive from Bachmann. Alright, let's get back to the layout.